how to balance your chakras with the help of the dragons? Yes, my friends, the title does not lie. Basically, is there anything that dragons can't do? So maybe you have heard of how to balance your chakras, open up your chakras, but did you know that you could actually work with the dragons to assist you in doing just that? So that's going to be today's topic. But before we dive into that, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Hannah, and I help people to own their powers and to step into the driver's seat of their own life. And today we're going to do that by letting you know a really fun, unique way of clearing your chakras. So for this, I'm first just going to give a caveat. You can work with basically any dragons to help you with your chakras, but right now I'm just going to focus on the elemental dragons and how the elemental dragons actually correlate to different chakras. This is just a totally out of blue topic that just hit me all of a sudden when I met with one of my favorite psychics, and she just brought up working with dragons for the chakras, which I had never heard of before and I knew nothing about. And then boom, as soon as she mentioned it, I'm super claircognizant. So the dragons just gave me this download, this massive download. They're like, yeah, you need to talk about this. We would love to help humans clear out their freaking chakras already. I'm super psyched to be sharing this. As always, it helps me actually to formulate videos. If you ask me questions, so let me know in the comments if you got any questions. I can definitely elaborate in future videos. Getting down to it though. So each elemental dragon, as I said, can be correlated to a chakra, but it's not quite so simple. So in one case, an elemental is associated with 2 different chakras, and in another case that I know, 2 elementals are associated with 1 chakra. So how it goes, from what I understand, again, feel free to kind of contest me on this because this is new information that's coming through, and I really want to create a solid understanding of this. As I understand it, the root chakra is associated with the earth dragons, and then moving up, the sacral and solar plexus both are associated with fire dragons. Moving up from there, we have the heart chakra, that's associated with water dragons. Up to the throat chakra, that's going to be associated with air dragons. And then the third eye, that will be associated with both darkness and light dragons, because these, as I mentioned in my light and darkness dragon videos, which might link up here, light and darkness dragons tend to work together as a pair, yin and yang. Then we move up to the crown chakra. Spirit dragons are going to work with that. And then, this is going to be mind-blowing for some because I haven't talked about this much, but did you know there's more than 7 chakras? So another common chakra that people will talk about is the 8th chakra, the soul star chakra. It's above the crown chakra. It starts to move away from the physical body and to the soul, to the etheric. And from what I understand, the chaos dragons and maelstrom dragons work with the 8th chakra and above. But I haven't talked about chaos or maelstrom dragons on this channel as of filming this video because they tell me it's too advanced. Don't worry yourself with that. And same for the 8th chakra and higher. I feel like most people on this planet right now do not need that information. It's just excessive. If you're an overachiever, maybe, but the dragons are really encouraging us to focus on the tasks at hand, to not get too far ahead of ourselves, trusting in divine timing. The time to learn about those things will come. And believe you me, I will definitely be doing videos when that time arrives. So now that you know the associations, how exactly can you work with the dragons to clear these chakras? And it's really as simple for all of them to just call upon a dragon of that specific element when you're trying to heal that chakra. And it's recommended that you start at the bottom, you start from the root and then work all the way up. And this can be quite a process. It can be quite time consuming. So the dragons want you to be realistic here, knowing that it could take months, sometimes even years to get to the 8th chakra and above. We're recommending to start with your root chakra and the earth dragons. And if you have not seen my video on earth dragons, I'll also link that. And you can work with my buddy Har. He would love to jump on board and help you with this. And from what I understand, especially people in my audience, very much struggle with root chakra issues. This is like survival stuff, right? This is home. This is money. This is health. This is just a feeling, general feeling of safety. Now, what happens is a lot of us, and I'm right there in the trenches with you, friends, so I hope you don't take this as condescending. A lot of us, we get stuck in the higher chakras, like kind of heart, throat, third eye, and above, and we kind of like forsake the lower chakras, especially the root. So the earth dragons would like to come in and support us in grounding ourselves and opening and aligning our root chakras. And then we can start to kind of anchor into the higher ones. The higher ones are going to feel a lot more natural for people in my audience. What the earth dragons are telling me is you can just start by doing like a sort of meditation, or even if you don't want to like meditate, just kind of sitting with your eyes open, placing your hand on like the area where that chakra resides, and then asking the earth dragons to come in. Trust me, they will hear you. Even if you feel nothing, your clairs are super developed, they will hear you and they will respond. You might feel like a tingling or something in your chakras as you do this, but they're just asking. All you have to do is ask and receive. It's that simple. So just give it a try and let me know how that goes for you. Now, moving up to the sacral and solar plexus chakras, the fire dragons would love to help you with that. You can do the same thing. There's plenty of ways to work with this, they're telling me. We'll dive into these different tangents in other videos. Now we're just going to keep it nice and simple. Fire dragons too are like, okay, just put your hands on the area that you would like us to work on and invite us in, and we will do so. Then just sit back. You can set a timer for a few minutes. And what the fire dragons are going to do is they're going to kind of like burn through just all the crap that's like blocking your creativity, your sense of personal power and confidence. After, of course, you've connected in with the earth dragons and they've grounded you into Mother Earth, they've allowed you to create that sense of safety. And you're going to move up to the heart chakra. You're going to call upon the water dragons and do the same thing. And the water dragons say that they can kind of imbue this feeling of unconditional love into your heart. And I can vouch for this one. When I had the big separation from my twin flame, I was visited by one of my water dragons. He came to me and like laid on my like chest and my heart chakra, just as my cat might, and just kind of like filled me with love and like kind of like helped heal this breach that had just been ripped open in my heart. And it felt so, so good. So the water dragons are great for just imbuing you with a sense of comfort and unconditional love. Moving up to the throat chakra, the air dragons are bosses at this. They want to help you learn to express yourself, to communicate clearly. This is perfect for, especially if we're in a Mercury retrograde, you want to call upon those air dragons to keep the throat chakra clear, and they will do so. They will kind of just open that up, that stuck energy, because a lot of times what happens is our throat chakras, they get really closed. We can feel that sensation, right? They're going to just imbue like fresh air into there. They're going to open that up so that you're able to clearly channel what needs to come through. And moving up to the third eye, the light and darkness dragons. This is where it starts to get intense. This might be more than simply just asking for help and receiving it, they want you to know. So the light and darkness dragons, they're going to help you kind of start to do shadow work. They're going to start to give you insights. They might even give you visions, like in your dreams or even like daydreams kind of things. And they're going to show you where you're blocked and what's like keeping you from connecting into source energy. They're going to help you move through that in tandem, like the darkness dragons showing you your shadow, the light dragons showing you how to kind of integrate, alchemize, transcend that. From there, you move on up to the crown chakra, the spirit dragons, which are just about transcended, just like the crown chakra is. They're going to allow you to open your channel and connect straight to source. And they say, once you've crossed the bridge of the darkness and light dragons with the third eye, you can return again to just asking for help, and they will gladly imbue you at that point. If you've gone through step by step and opened all the other chakras, it should be nice and easy. You might even feel like a Kundalini awakening, or I just see this like surge of energy right from source all the way down and then like back up again. Just this clear flow of energy. And then of course, beyond that 8th chakra and above, we can start working with the chaos and maelstrom dragons. And likely if you are at that level, you've probably already had dragons of these elements reach out to you, and just know that they will tell you more on how to specifically work with them. And when the time comes, I will do videos on this topic. There you have it, friends. That's just like a brief, I guess, overview of how the dragons correlate to the chakras and how you can open up your chakras by using their support and assistance, which they gladly offer to you. They also want you to know that you can take this one of two ways. So you could just focus like on the root chakra and the earth dragons and just do that for like months or whatever, how long it takes for you to just feel open and secure and safe. You could focus on that if that feels good. Or you could every day do all 7. Don't jump to 8 just yet, but you could do the 7 and just allow kind of the issues to come up as they will. So what they're saying now is like, if you do all 7 and stuff, the areas where you're blocked, that's just going to manifest, and you can continue to like meditate with them on each different chakra, and they'll open up different things at different times. So for example, if you do all 7, you might notice that you start to get like laryngitis or something, let's say. Then you'll know that you're really especially blocked in the throat chakra, and then you can focus specifically on your throat chakra and working with the air dragons for that. If, for example, you notice you're just getting triggered a lot, you always feel attacked, like you're projecting things onto people, you feel like a victim, that could be the light and darkness dragons, the third eye. And that will let you know, okay, I'm ready to focus on like the third eye stuff, and you can then do that. So yeah, don't be afraid to do all 7 initially, and just trust that the dragons from there will show you your next steps in healing. But it is very important for all of us like starseed, otherkin, dragon soul types to learn to ground and root in this earth. So it is recommended to start focusing on the root chakra issues. So that was like a super channeled message. I hope that made sense. I don't even know what I say sometimes when I channel these messages. So let me know if you've got any questions or concerns. We can start to integrate this, bring it back down to earth, right? And I would love to talk about this more, because this is super cool. And the more you ask, the more I like get from the dragons, the more I channel them, the more I learn. So yeah, let me know any questions or concerns. And as always, if you want to take this deeper, I have a few recommendations. First off, if you're not on my mailing list, take my What's Your Psychic Superpower quiz. It's totally free. It'll show you your dominant psychic ability. I will then send you an exercise that will help you strengthen this ability and your channel. And then it like puts you on my mailing list, and you get on this like 7-day challenge thing of increasing that psychic ability. You can then use that psychic ability, that exercise, to communicate with your dragons when you're clearing the chakras, like whatever that is for you. So if you're, for example, claircognizant like me, maybe you'll find that using tarot is the best way to communicate with your dragons. If you are clairaudient, like another one of my dominant abilities, you might find it's easier to kind of do some automatic writing to work with your dragons through this process. So that is where I always recommend starting. If you want to take it even deeper than that, I have a full-fledged course now called the Psychic Superpower Accelerator, which helps you to kind of balance your clairs and to really level up all your different clair abilities, which then makes it easier to communicate with your dragons and guides. You can also reach out to me for personal readings, a sketch of your dragon guide, meditations, just lots of fun stuff. Check it all out in the links below. I got a lot of links up there. Finally, as usual, if you are resonating with this content, if you'd like to see more of this content, me and the dragons ask that you like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post on my super erratic schedule. We will love you forever because doing these things allows more and more people to awaken to their connection with the dragons and just have spiritual awakenings in general. So we would super, super appreciate you and love you forever. Of course, we will super, super appreciate you and love you forever either way. Yeah, friends, have fun clearing your chakras because this is a wild ride sometimes. And until next time, stay powerful.